hi. Oh, hi. Welcome to the playthrough. I am live on Twitch right now. So if there are points within the video where I am actually talking to chat, I am talking to chat. This game is a lot of text. There will be a lot of reading. So if you guys say something in chat and I absolutely miss it, I do apologize. I will try to keep up on chat while still being able to edit out anything in the final YouTube side of it. Signed in as RobSwitch. That's me. I've been out here for a while. Mom might be getting worried. Sounds like a storm's coming in. I should probably get going. What's this? All right, welcome to 3/4 home. For the final. Start from the top. Yup. Found a guitar pick in the road. I think that's what that said. There's a guitar pick. 3/4 in Nebraska. Hello? Mom. Kelly, where are you? I'm driving. I'm on my way home. From where? Where did you go? I just took a drive around. In this weather? Why? Alright, so we got some options. We needed some time alone, needed to clear my head, or I just felt like it. Let's go with the obvious. I needed to clear my head. Christ, Kelly, you could have told someone you were heading out. Alright, we got sorry, I'll let you guys know next time, or that would defeat the point of it, wouldn't it? You better. I was worried sick for a minute there. It won't happen again. I know you're used to living on your own, but now that you're back home, you have to let us know if you're going to be gone. That's fair. See, I knew you were sensible. So, where are you at? The McCarthy's Fields, I think. Way out by the power station? Yeah, I can see it from here. You're a good 20 miles out then. You okay on gas? Should be. I've got a half a tank. That's what we're gonna go with, okay, guys? Should be. I've got half a tank. That should be enough. Unless that sensor is acting up again. Your dad got that fixed. When did he do that? Last week. Huh. You got him to leave the house for it? Color me surprised. He insisted. Or it took some convincing. It took some convincing. That I believe. Either way, what were you thinking driving in this weather? It seemed fine when I left. How long ago did you leave? The clouds rolled in hours ago. You guys were still asleep. Even your dad? He would have been up by 5. No, I saw him outside when I left. Him in that damn garden. He wakes up every day like he's still got a job to go to and just spends the day elbow deep in the dirt instead. But he can't grow a damn thing. Bless his heart. I heard he had a few tomatoes. Ha! I bet he told you that. It's 2 tomatoes. He's out there right now trying to cover them up from the rain. Why? Hell if I know. I've never heard of protecting a plant from the rain. Is he drunk? Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Telling me. It'd be a miracle if he doesn't fall flat on his ass trying to walk out in the mud with those crutches. How's his leg today? Or take a picture if he falls. How's his leg today? He said it was hurting him earlier, before the storms hit. How bad? Just a second. I'll check the trash. Oh, okay. 5 beers bad. Yikes. I don't understand it really. How someone's leg can hurt when there's, well, no leg. But I'm no doctor. It's called phantom pain. I know what it's called. I've been to all the appointments with him out in Omaha. Is 5 normal? Only on the really bad days. He's been doing better since you came home. I think he's just been happy to have you around. What's different about today? Probably the weather. We haven't had a storm like this all year, so I think it just hit him hard. Does he always drink when it gets bad? It's his go-to for relief. The doctor gave him some painkillers, but your dad doesn't want to take them. Booze is cheaper, I guess. Makes some sort of sense. It's how he deals. He's 56 and retired. If there ever was a time to develop a drinking problem, it's now. What's that even supposed to mean? I don't know. It's something he said, and I have a hard time arguing against it. Is there ever really a good time for it? There are worse times, I guess. At least you and Ben aren't kids anymore. Ben's only 16, Mom. And he's never really going to be fully functional adult. I know. I'm here for that. Your dad has never really been up to the task. That is Ben, after all. You're seriously advocating? I'm not arguing with you about this, Kelly. It works for him. It works for us. But anyway, you never told me how that interview went yesterday. It went okay, I guess. Just okay? Bad, actually. Why do you say that? I blew it. It couldn't have been that bad, Kelly. Your dad put in a good word for you. Ooh, I guess it didn't help. He worked there for 22 years, Kelly. They love him there. You guys did threaten to sue him. Your dad just brought up the possibility. We never actually made a threat. Though maybe we should. It's taking so long for his disability claim to go through. What are you gonna do about it? Not much we can do, unless your dad changes his mind and hires that lawyer. Think he will? Probably not. Your dad's been friends with Hank since high school, and despite everything, he still feels loyal. What good is that loyalty doing him now? None, really. Unless it gets you this job. I guess so. Guess that means we should probably talk to your dad. See if he can work something out with Hank. Nepotism at its finest. Don't be throwing words like that around Hank. He's a proud man and doesn't like it when people make him feel stupid. Especially women. I'll keep that in mind. You just have to roll with it sometimes, Kelly. Where the hell is your father? I thought I heard him come through a minute ago. How would I know? Just a second. I'm gonna look for him. Okay. David! Hello? David! Mom, why are you yelling? I'm looking for your dad. Have you seen him? He's upstairs. He's covered in mud. Are you mad at him? No, honey. I'm not mad at him. What's he doing up there? Are you mad because he got mud on the carpet? He what? Oh, Jesus. What was he thinking? You only say that when you're mad. He's taking a shower. Okay, you're right. I'm mad now. But not at you. Good. I didn't get mud on the floor. If I got mud on the floor, would you be mad at me? That depends. Don't do it and we won't have to find out. What's it going to? Who are you talking to? Your sister. You want to talk to her? No. There's a tornado watch. I'm going to watch the news. Are you sure? Yes, someone needs to watch the news just in case. Where is Kelly? She should be somewhere with the basement. Is she somewhere with the basement? She's on her way home. Tell her she should drive fast, but not too fast. Getting in a car wreck would be bad, too. Not as bad as a tornado, but still very bad. Why don't you tell her? I'm gonna watch the news. Someone needs to watch the news. If you say so, Ben. Keep me updated. Did you catch all that? Yeah, I did. Did you catch all of that? Yeah. Did you catch all that? Yeah. Did you catch all that? Yeah. Ben's still yelling at me to tell you to drive faster. I'm going as fast as I can. Don't get in a wreck now. Wasn't planning on it. Your dad tracked mud all the way up the stairs. Christ almighty, I'm not cleaning this up. He can do it himself. You can set in if you wait. I'll let you clean it then. I think Dad's got it. So how's Ben doing? You know how he gets when it storms. He's been talking about how it wasn't in the forecast when he hasn't been locked up in his room. I mean, what's he doing in there? Writing, I think. He seems to do it lately. You sure that's what he's doing? Oh, Kelly, your brother's not... He doesn't care about that sort of thing. You don't know that. I guess not. We never really talked about it, I guess. He is a teenager. I guess not. We never really talked talked about it, I guess. He is a teenager. Listen to you all flustered. You're just trying to get my goat. No, honestly, I'm honestly curious. Why? That's a weird thing for a sister to wonder if her brother's been upstairs doing all day. Whoa, I didn't mean specifically. I'll let you talk to him about that. I don't want to know. It's an important part of his life, Mom. Look, I know, especially for someone like him, but not for his mother to know. Why are you pressing this? Just say it. Your son is blossoming. Kelly Myers! You only say her full name when you're mad at her. Why are you blushing? It's nothing. Ben, keep an eye on the weather report for me. Oh, okay. You stop giggling right now. Sorry, that was priceless. I can't believe you sometimes. I'm done talking about that. Have it your way. Thank you. So, he was writing? Yeah, that is all he was doing all day. Just writing. Nothing else. What was he writing? I don't know. He never lets me read any of it, but it's been good for him. He's been focused like I haven't seen him in a long time. Usually he'll focus on something really intensely for a little bit. But he gets frustrated so easily and gets so aimless. Like, with the guitar, he was so into that when you lived here. But once you're gone, he stopped caring about pretty much everything. I didn't know he stopped. Yeah, maybe a month after you left, he didn't really have anything to focus on after that. It was even worse. We pulled him out of school until he picked up writing last winter. It's been a blessing. Wow. How did I not know that? Guess you didn't ask. Or haven't really paid that much attention. I found his guitar pick. Yeah? I was going to give it to him. Still try to. I just sort of figured he'd still be into it. You were really out of touch there for a while, Kelly. Months without calling will do that. Damn. Wait, here's your father. Here's your father. David! What the hell are you doing out there? I told you I was covering my tomatoes. This storm's a bad one. I didn't want him to get all beat up. I've never heard anyone doing that, David. Well, Nora, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean that it's not a smart thing to do. You tracked mud all over the carpet. Look at that. God damn it, I'll clean it up. Sorry. Dad, you said a bad word. Bobby's not allowed to say that. If I'm not allowed to say it, he's not allowed to say it. Sorry, bud. You're right. I'll put $1 in a jar. That's $27. I get to buy a game when it's $50. That's what you said. That's the deal. Sometimes I wonder if you do that on purpose. I'll never tell. Who's on the phone? It's your daughter. That's so. Where is the girl? Here, you talk to her. I'm done playing go-between. Don't you want me to clean this up? Let's take the phone. Yes, darling. Shut up. Got a wind farm now. Miss Kelly. Hey, Dad. Where the hell are you? Out by the wind farms. Shit. That's a good 15 miles out in the middle of nowhere. What are you doing out there? $28. Good one, Dad. Whoops. That one wasn't on purpose. You do it on purpose. Don't tell your mother. The secret's safe with me. I knew I could rely on you, baby girl. Ew, Dad. Oh, you're too grown up for that now, are you? Yeah, since I was 8. That's news to me. So what you doing way out there? Or to the old barn. My parents' place? Yeah. How'd it look? Haven't been out there since the accident. It's looking rough. I don't want to see it like that. Like what? All falling down. It's the last link I have to my parents, you know. I don't want to. I don't want to remember it like that. Not on the ground. That's deep for you. What can I say? The storm has me feeling real deep. Oh, shit, this damn leg. Been here you that time? No, ma'am. I better watch it, though. He's in one of his moods. From the storm, that and everything else that's been going on, you know how irritable he gets when he's wound up. Should probably tread lightly. Is he still seeing Dr. Patterson? Oh, no. There was a, what do you call it? An incident. Shit. Yep, apparently, this according to Ben, Dr. Patterson was talking to him like he was crazy and dumb. So, Ben lashed out. Did he hit him? No. He sent a letter. Department of Health and Human Services. Didn't. He sure did. Wrote that Dr. Patterson was unfit for his career and should have his physician's license revoked. Oh my God. Needless to say, we decided to find Ben a new specialist. Did you find him one? We did, but she's all the way in Omaha. It's 4 hours there and back, and your mom hasn't had the time. Why can't you take him? Lost my driving leg, remember? Use the other leg. You ever tried driving just using your left foot? Can't be that hard. I'll let you try first. This damn leg. It hurt us talking about it, and now it's pissed. Are you taking anything for it? No pain meds. Anything else? A drink now and then helps. You sure that's the best way? Best way that helps me. Dad, there has to be something else. Would you rather I be hopped up on some prescription junkie pill? Junkie pill? Painkillers, Kelly. I know what you meant. I just... Never mind. If you're trying to make a point, out with it. You shouldn't be drinking like that. You're right, I shouldn't. But you know what? It helps. Nothing else helps. Do you know what it's like to not be whole, but to hurt like you still are? Yeah, I kind of do. That's different. You know that's different. It still hurts a lot. I know it does. Listen, this isn't the time for the conversation, okay? Not over the phone. Not when you need to be driving safe. We'll talk about all this later. Promise? I promise, baby girl. Stop it with the baby girl, Dad. I will not. Do not touch the trim. Great. So, what were you up to out at my parents' place? I just wanted to see it. Feeling nostalgic? Or just scared, you know? Scared of what? You stop that. We're all gonna be fine. Things have a funny way, well, not working out, at least going forward. Is any of this my fault? What? Financial troubles. How on earth could you be blamed for that? I could have stayed in town and helped out. And you'd be regretting it for the rest of your life. We wouldn't have even been able to let you do that. Besides, we're doing okay. Not great, but we're getting by. Who knows? Maybe our luck will turn around. Your mom could find a better job my disability could go through. Ben could start seeing his new doctor in Omaha. You could just finish up your degree. Hell, my garden might even pull through. What were you doing out there earlier anyway? I was covering up the tomatoes. What? Why? To protect them from the storm. I don't think people do that. Sure they do. A storm is like this. We can get some nasty wind and hail, take the tomatoes right off the vine and bruise them up. That happens. Next thing you know, they'll rot off the vine. All that trouble for a couple of tomatoes. They need taken care of. Fragile little things, those tomatoes. If you don't watch them, rot will set in pretty damn quick. You may think I'm a bit of a fool, but I got my reasons. You say so, Dad? Doubt all you want. It's the truth. Oh, hey, Ben. The meteorologist said that there have been funeral cloud sightings in the county. Kelly needs to get home. Is she driving fast enough? Why don't you ask her? I need to keep watching. Tell her she should drive faster. You got it, bud. Ben's getting worried. Are you making good time? I think so. I'm by the high school. You still got a ways to go then. Don't be reckless, but you ought to be... Hold on. We'll do it again. Take two. Fuckers. You still got a ways to go then. Don't be reckless, but you ought to beat cheeks. What the fuck? All right, we'll try again. Hold on. You still got a ways to go then. Don't be reckless, but you ought to beat cheeks. This storm could get nasty. I'm booking it. As long as you're being safe. So what happened to the school? I had to talk to my coworker's ex over the phone because she used my phone to call him, and he called me like 5 times once at work, and he told me she's blocked. Okay. What about it? They got a football field now? They sure do. They had a second floor too. When did this happen? A couple years back, I guess. Looks completely different. It's mostly empty from what I hear. There's nowhere near enough kids to fill up the classrooms. How could they afford that? Some sort of grant from the state. The wrestling team won a couple of big championships, so I guess our little corner is starting to get some attention. Guess that makes sense. It was a waste of money if you ask me, spending so much on a high school with barely 200 kids. Investing in our future. Not the future of this place. Most of them are like, you run off as soon as they graduate. Some of us come back. Last I heard, you weren't looking to stick around any longer than you have to. That reminds me, did you ever get back with your pal from high school? Eric or something, was it? Look, I'm just going to say this now. In my experience, Eric's have usually not been good. Good. Except for Eric Plum. Plum's a fucking saint. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. It wouldn't stop running. It's that weird time of year, guys. It's like, is it hot? Is it cold? I don't know. It's going to snow. It's going to rain. It's going to be sunny. You're going to be able to take your shorts off and get a suntan. All right. There's another game similar to this called Kentucky Route Zero that is super cool. Well, last I heard, you weren't looking to stick around any longer than you have to. That reminds me. Did you ever get back to your pal from high school, Eric? Or something, wasn't it? I wasn't planning to. Why not? You two were joined at the hit back then. I haven't seen him in 5 years. And? I'm scared to, honestly. Scared to? What the hell is there to be scared about? What he'll say? What makes you think he'd have something bad to say? I came back. So, shouldn't he be glad to see you? I said I wouldn't. Fortunes change. He'll get it. Always seem to have his head on straight. I don't. Shit. Never mind. You're right. That's what I like to hear. It's refreshing to hear them words. She said you were right, didn't she? She did, and I am. Uh-huh. Oh, don't give me that look. What look? That one. That one right there. David, you're imagining things. Why are you fighting? We're not. I was just going into the living room to watch the news. Come on. Okay, they're showing funnel clouds a few miles. Kelly, you know the look I'm talking about, don't you? That glare. You do it too, you know. I know it. See, I'm not crazy. Not crazy. Maybe a bit of a drunk. I thought we were done with that. I didn't mean... Are those tornado sirens? I can hear them too. A tornado! They've been showing it on the news! Okay, Ben. You know the drill. Downstairs. I want to watch it on the news. Benjamin! Now! Most tornadoes only stay underground for a few minutes and travel less than 10 miles. This one's 12 miles away. Ben! Now! Naders, I'll tell you what. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, okay? I should focus on the road. Drive safe. I will. You drive safe. I will. You drive safe. I will. Don't you dare let her off that phone, David. She needs to pay attention to the road, Nora. I'm hanging up. Like hell you are. Keep her on that goddamn phone. I'll listen to her getting sucked up into a tornado before I'll sit around and just worry about it all. There would be so much debris that her phone would be destroyed before you could hear her get sucked into the tornado. Also, you have to put $2 in the jar. She could get in a wreck, especially with this wind. You'd probably be able to hear her get into a wreck unless the phone got thrown from the car or if it was crushed. Okay, bud. Enough of that. You're gonna give your mother a heart attack. So glad I have no family. Fucking false door. You have family. You can call me brother, uncle. Fine. Ask her if she can see anything. Christ, nowhere here. You ask her. Talk to your mother, Kelly. Okay. Kelly, can you see anything out there? Just rain. No hail? No, just rain. The tornado was east of here. If Kelly went to Grandpa's house, she's northwest of here. She wouldn't see a tornado unless there was another one, which is very possible. I just wanted to make sure, Ben. If Kelly gets sucked into a tornado or gets into a car wreck, can I have her computer? Benjamin! She won't need it. If she's not using it, no one will be. It wouldn't be fair if I couldn't have it. Okay, but I think that's fair. If Kelly gets sucked into a tornado, I'm sure she'd be okay with you letting her have your computer. What about her room? Please, Ben. That's enough. I'll tell you what. We'll have her room on the table. You never know. We could get some damage here, and her room might have a giant hole in the ceiling. If I were you, I'd wait and see on that investment. Alright, that's a good point. Your brother sometimes. God bless him. Let me talk to him. Your brother sometimes. God bless him. Let me talk to him. Sure about that? Why wouldn't I be? You can hear him. He's in one of his moods. Let me talk to him. Okay. You asked for it. Ben, here, talk to your sister. I don't wanna. You can ask about that computer. Let me have the phone. Dad says I can have your computer if you crash or get sucked into a tornado. Hey, Benji. Don't call me that. You know I hate it when you call me that. My name isn't Benji, it's Ben. Sorry, I forgot. Don't do it again. I won't, I promise. Said that last time. Won't happen again. Mom and Dad are arguing in the corner. They don't think I can hear them. What are they arguing about? Mom thinks we should be in the storage room on the east side of the house because she says it's further underground. Is it? No, one of the walls is only halfway covered. She's also afraid that the water heater in there could explode. If that happens, we'd be killed. Even if we were in the other room, we'd burn to death. So you guys are in the safest room. We are least likely to be killed by a tornado if we are in this room, but there's no guarantee in either room. Tornadoes and debris are unpredictable. Sounds like you've thought this out. Just common sense. Are you scared? Yes. Anything I can do to help? How? Can we just talk? About what? You've been writing a lot lately, haven't you? Yes. Do you want me to read one of your stories? Like how we used to tell stories to each other? All of my stories are upstairs. It would be dangerous to go upstairs during a tornado warning. I didn't think about that. I wrote one today. I could tell it to you. Yes, I have an excellent memory. That's right. Are you ready? Wait, what's it called? Untitled. Oh. Well, okay then. Are you ready now? Yeah. Are you ready now? Yeah. A village sat in a wide valley, cut high in the mountains. It was a place of plenty, a gash of green in the otherwise cold slate rising above all on all sides. Those living in the village called the place Vu, though those who lived higher in the mountains, mining for precious glints of yellow and blue, called it the Thru. Those in the valley treated his name as an insult, for they thought it was a name unfit for their fair village. People of Vu, or the Thru, had lived there for centuries. They were mostly farmers, though a fair number of merchants made a home in the valley for most of the year, save the month when they would venture upward into the mining towns to sell the harvest bounty at a premium. They would return home with bags filled with chips of yellow and blue, tied to the fine leather belts, clinking brightly with their wealth. The next year they would trade half of their shining flints to the farmers for a share of the harvest that they would, in turn, cart up to the mining villages yet again. Food flowed up outward from the valley, and yellow and blue would trickle down, gathering in the valley like a collection basin. This continued for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. Dozens of generations of farmers, fathers, and merchant sons were born, grew wealthier, and were buried beneath the plush pasture of the valley, until the beast descended. The mining folk of the higher reaches of the mountains had passed the tales of the beast around as long as their history stretched. At the highest peak of the northmost mountain, they said, lived the beast. They watched in all directions through slit eyes, judging those below, biding its time until it was intact, a righteous calamity. It was a nightmare of immense and terrible power, the miners would whisper. But it was also a patient creature. It would wait until it felt the world below had become irredeemable before unleashing such destruction that its judgment would be fulfilled. It was simply biding its time until the age of selfish sin before cascading down an era of sickness and madness, of fire and char and blood. And one day, after hundreds of generations of farmers and traders have lived and died in the valley, it appeared in the Vu. The beast has risen in the Thru. It appeared without warning, with neither sound nor fury. It was simply there. Curled atop, 4 legs, steaming breath rising from the back, maw, leathery wings folded onto its hulking shape. It towered over the center of the village, ominously silent. It did not move. It did not even seem to be living, save for the sleeping steam bellowing from its slime-slickened snout. Villagers' warriors were called to arms, the ceremonial horn echoing off of the walls of the valley, aching toward a pageant silence. After a moment stretched thin, they rushed toward the beast, their spears angled at its massive form. The rest of the village watched from the safety of the embroidered drapery as the spears splintered against the beast's hide, the honed blades shattering like glass. The warriors fell to the earth, crying out, while their arms, as splintered as their spears, hung lifeless by their sides. The beast did not stir. The village warriors were buried the next morning, having perished during the night. Those who tended to their wounds would later claim their eyes turned black as if the light was leached from within. The people of Vu, or the Thru, gathered to discuss what was to be done. The beast slumbered, but for how long? Why did it sleep? And perhaps most worryingly of all, how had it arrived in their valley? Not a soul had seen its arrival. It was almost as if the thing had simply materialized in the center of the village, or some purposed it had emerged from the earth itself. But if that were the case, how had the soil, their valuable, rich, rare earth, the source of their plenty, and their affluence, birthed such a terrible creature? Holy shit! Some were quick to suggest leaving the valley. We could ascend into the alcoves of the mountains. Alclaves? Alclaves! Some were quick to suggest leaving the valley. We could ascend to the enclaves in the mountains, the merchants said. With no one to tend the fields, how would we eat? Farmers countered. The villagers decided to stay in their valley. The creature slept, and the creature breathed. With each breath, its skin rolled, animating the thorny black scales into a rolling obsidian brayer. But it did not ruse. It did not move. It did not rain terror from the skies, nor did it consume children by the score. It slept. The farmers continued to tend their land. The merchants made their yearly trek up the treacherous trails to collect what little chips of wealth the miners had collected in exchange for the farmers' yield. Year after year, however, there seemed to be a little less. A little less harvest, a little less yellow and blue passed around the snowy enclaves, carved from the unforgiving rock, a little less green in the valley, a little less light. This continued for 20 years until the day it began to rain. The people of Vu, or the Thru, watched the clouds roll in, not from the south, whence the clouds usually arrived, laden with water from a faraway sea, but from the north, where there was but ice and stone and mountain. The rain draped the valley in a dampness that did not relent, but instead crept into every corner. The mountains themselves seemed to sweat and pour water into the valley. The water carried with a quiet rot. The first harvest after the rain began produced a meager crop, and what little could be gathered was black with the mold before the merchants had a chance to trade for their yellow and blue. Their livestock fared no better. The animals began developing weeping sores that became infected and killed with a quick fever. That winter, the people of the Thru, or the Vu, watched one another waste away as they began to starve. The next harvest was worse. Every last crop had turned mealy and infested before midsummer. By the end of the season, the last of their livestock were dead. The people of the Thru watched one another descend into a state of hungry madness, devouring the rotting wood, sloughing from their homes in slimy heaps, and their fine leather belts that once held yellow and blue, now sprouting spores of black mold. The village and its residents were rotting away. Beasts slept. As the rains from the north continued into their third year, the few remaining people in the Thru began to prophesy about the beast. It had come and brought with it a great devastation. They could agree. It had brought the rains from the north, and it had brought the rot to the village that would not relent. Squatting in what little remained of their crumbling homes, they dreamt of the day that the beast would be satisfied by their pittance, when it would wake and leave their valley to allow them to rebuild from the rubble. The time will come, they said, when the beast will wake from its slumber and spread its wings, reaching from one end of the valley to the other, and with a feast of those mighty wings, it will ascend aloft a squall. And the wind will lift away our rot. The villagers waited for this day to come. A generation came and went, born into the rain, and long rotten into the moldy dirt. The few survivors had a long abandoned hope that the beast would return to its mountain perch. It was a perpetual, a manifestation of their sin. The beast slept. Until it did not. The day the beast awoke, the villagers celebrated. They watched it stretch its long, horrible form into shape, hide shuddering as it shook the decades of rain from the thorny scales. They sang to the beast as it stood, uncertainty, and reared on its hunches, unfolding the scarred, leathered wings from one end of the valley to the other. The time of the beast's departure had finally arrived. The time had come for the cascading winds. The beast beat its wings, emitting a tired and ugly groan as it lifted from the sodden earth. With a final sigh, it shot high into the air, sending a great gust of wind through the valley that toppled what dismal dwellings remained haphazardly standing. The valley was wiped clean. The villagers were knocked from their feet by the rush of wind. As they struggled upright, they felt the sun on their skin for the first time. They rejoiced, their pale forms dancing at a pitiful display of frailty. They could return to the ways of their ancestors. They could know plenty. They planted their first crop before the grass had even greened, with a newfound acuity for the hunger pains that plagued them constantly. But the grass did not wax green, and the crops did not grow. The decades of rain from the north had left the earth poisoned. There was no going back. They would not know the plenty, nor would they silence the constant muttering of their stomachs. Their rot had been lifted in its place. Sterility. The sun shone, but it was upon new land. The land turned into jagged, unforgiving slate, where perhaps bits of yellow and blue could be scavenged, if one dug deeply enough to find a petrified leather belt. That's the end. You remembered all that? That's the end. You remembered all that? I don't have it with me to read. I obviously remembered it. Did you like it? I did. I'll print you a copy. What are you doing at Grumple's house today? Whoa! Don't you want to talk about the story? No. You liked it? That's all I wanted to know. I have a couple questions. Like what? What inspired you to write that? I wanted to write it. Well, what made you want to? I just wanted to write a story. Fair enough. Just wanted to write a story. Fair enough. Will you answer my question now? I answered yours. I was just visiting. But there's no one there to visit. Just wanted to see it. Oh. Why didn't you ask if I wanted to go? We can go together tomorrow. Oh, okay. Did you find anything there? Something for you, actually. What is it? Guitar pick. What? Why would I want a guitar pick? It's really old. Lots of things are old. I don't really care. We could play together. I don't want to. Why not? We used to. That was before. Now I don't care about guitar. Oh. You can keep the guitar pick. I don't want it. I will. Are you crying? I'm just sad. Is it because that Jesse person kicked you out of your house? Then I don't. Or is it because you had to move back home since you couldn't find a job? Mom and Dad are worried about both these things. They think you are sad because of them. Ben. Oh, okay. Ben, give me the phone. Kelly's crying. I don't know why. I know, honey, but let me talk to her, please. Come here, bud. Help me wind up this radio so we can listen to the weather report. Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong, Kelly? No, you're fine. Go help Dad. Okay, I am. I'm sorry you're sad. Hey, Kelly. You okay? Not really, no. Ben, he doesn't understand that he can't. Ben's fine. He looks up to you so much, you know. I know. Where are you? Are you close to home? I can't really tell. It got really dark. I can't believe the sirens are still going off. This might be the longest tornado warning I've ever heard. They're saying 2 more have touched down in the county. Listen, when you get home, we'll all sit down and talk. I think we need it. I'd like that. You really can't tell where you are. 5 miles out, maybe. Okay, make sure you... What's that noise? Kelly, I'm gonna have to let you go, Aya. Mom? They're in bed. Mom? Kelly, Shit! Huh. I wish that she had called back then. We're in Minnesota now. Hello? Hey, Mom, it's me. Hello? Hey, Mom, it's me. Me? Who is me? It can't be Kelly. She never calls. Yeah, sorry. 3 months without a call, and it's just sorry. Really sorry? You're getting there. It's good to hear your voice. You too, Mom. What made you finally decide to call? I don't know. I just wanted to. It has to be a first. I'm serious. I just wanted to talk. I believe you. It's just a surprise is all. Are you outside? It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. I'm waiting for my bus. Your brother told me that you guys were going to be getting a snowstorm. You're standing around in that. I'm regretting it. I bet you are. Why are you waiting for the bus anyways? Didn't you get your car fixed? I did, but the roads are pretty bad. And taking the bus is better. How? Made sense earlier. I don't see how it could. How much longer are you stuck waiting for it? I have no idea. You didn't bother to check the schedule. Yes, Mom, I checked the schedule. It's just late. What's keeping it? The roads? That's my guess. Which bus are you waiting for? 404? Could you take another one? You could warm up. Maybe get a little bit closer to wherever you're going. That's not how buses work, Mom. And how would I know that? I'm just trying to help. I didn't say it was bad advice. That's sweet of you. Trying to make me feel better. It's a start, but you have 3 months of unreturned calls to make up for. Don't forget. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? I don't know. I'm tired of hearing it. Great. I might let you off the hook if you can explain yourself. I don't think you'd understand the real reason. Fine, we could skip over that part for now, but I would ask what you've been up to the whole time, wouldn't I? You would. And here you go. What's been keeping you so busy? Work? About that. Kelly. Before you get mad, let me explain. Please do. I quit the coffee shop. What? Don't freak out. I got a new job. Okay, that's good at least. Try to lead with that next time, okay? You'll spare me a heart attack. Did something happen? No, I found something better. Oh, that's good. I was expecting something much worse. Where's the new job? Museum. That sounds, interesting. What kind of museum is it? Living museum. Living museum? I've never heard of that. Well, dress up. Dress up how? Like in pioneer times? No. Yup. Is there a bonnet? Tell me there's a bonnet. There's a bonnet. And an apron? And an apron. Oh my god. I have to have a picture. Please, please, send me a picture. Sure thing. It's a hoot. I'm gonna have it framed. That's crossing a line. That's crossing a line, Mom. I will do with my picture as I please, and you already said that I could have it. I'm not letting you take that back. What did I agree to? It's gonna be amazing. Believe me. God, I need a laugh. Why? Everything okay? I'm fine. I didn't mean anything by that. You weren't fine. No, I wouldn't have been, but is that something you want to go into right now? No, not now. I didn't think so. Let's keep going. Sure. Any chance you've been able to ask if you could go get some time off to come home for the holidays? I haven't asked yet. You were planning on coming home, weren't you? As soon as I can. Great. You already have a plane ticket? Let's just go to drive. How about your car? Wait, was it fixed? For crying out loud, Kelly, make up your damn mind. I really can't remember. Either way, I don't trust it on the road for such a long drive. I'd rather you fly. You don't trust the car, or you don't trust my driving. Both. I've seen you talk on your phone while you drive. That's really dangerous, you know. Fine, I'll look at plane tickets. When will you be able to fly out after the semester is finished up? Yup. When's that gonna be? A couple more weeks. It's sooner than I thought. Are your classes going all right? They're going pretty well. That's great. I knew that getting a tutor would help. School was definitely not going well. No, but this isn't the conversation that you wanted. Did I just miss the bus? But it wasn't true. And? I don't know. I wish I could have told you then. Then tell me. I'm not doing well this semester, Mom. Then tell me. Not doing well this semester, Mom. What? My grades are terrible. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. This is just the classes I'm taking are difficult. I thought you were looking forward to this semester, especially that photography class. You bought that expensive camera and everything. It turns out the teacher hates me. Come on now, Kelly. I'm sure he doesn't hate you. Believe me, she does. Oh, sorry. I just assumed. Never mind. What makes you so sure she hates you? She's always singling me out. Maybe she's trying to push you harder than the others. That doesn't explain my grade. Well, what are you doing wrong? What does she want from you? She wants me to be more daring. I'm not sure what that means. Like, pushing the boundaries. What boundaries? The boundaries. You know? Okay, sure, the boundaries. How are you gonna go about pushing the boundaries? No idea. Couldn't you just fake it? I mean, explain what you're doing pushes the boundaries without being completely true. I want to do that. Why not? I want to phone it in. That's admirable, I guess. But don't forget the priorities here. A grade is a grade. Working on it. Good. I hope you have a plan. I'm meeting with my teacher on Monday. Do you actually do that? No. It would probably have been a good idea. Believe me, I know. What about the final project, the one you showed me? This would be great if I'm going to pass. It will be. I have a feeling. My professor wasn't too happy with the project. I thought it turned out pretty well. It was terrible. No idea what I was doing. That's not entirely your fault. I could have done better. At least you tried. I wish you would have kept with it. I really did like your pictures. I sold the camera. You can always get another one. Maybe. What about the rest of your classes? Is there anything that you could do to help those grades out? What's with all the questions, Mom? I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I don't think I can save them. We can't go through this again, Kelly. You said that you would get your grades up so that you could graduate. Is something else going on? Doing okay? No, I'm really not. Talk to me, Kelly. I want to hear it from you. I want to help. I feel like I'm alone here. Alone? But I thought you had friends up there. You told me about Hannah and Kyle and his boyfriend and hell, what about Jesse? About Kyle and Peter? What about them? I hardly hear from them anymore. Why's that? They're just living different lives, I guess. Different how? They're still into the bar thing, or they're trying to adopt a kid. Let's go. They're trying to adopt a kid. So they're in a different part of their lives, I guess. That happens. People move in and out of your life, and there's not much that you can do to stop it. It still sucks. You're right, it really does. So is that all that's getting to you, or is there more? Jesse and I are having problems. What kind of problems? She's been distant. Distant how? Like, you never see her? Oh, we've been living together. Uh-huh. This is news to me. Do I even want to know how long that's been going on? Alright, Mom. Your fucking business. A while. Well, let's talk about that little secret another time. What's the issue then? Never really talk at all? But we talk, just not about anything substantial. What do you mean about life's mysteries and your future and all that? Not exactly. You get the point. Maybe she's as busy and exhausted as you are. That's the thing I don't know. You don't ask. I just get vague answers. Think she's keeping something from you? No, I'm afraid she's having a hard time too. You don't think she's happy? I don't think either of us are. That's the real issue then, isn't it? Okay, or we just skip a line of text, that's fine. Or it could be either way. I think you two definitely need to talk. So that's what's been getting to you, or is there more? Isn't that enough? I didn't say it wasn't, Kelly. I don't want you to feel like you can't talk about anything else that's bothering you. There's Hannah. How's she doing? She got married. Oh, good for her. I guess so. She seemed happy. Seemed. She still is, for all I know. You're not keeping in touch? I haven't seen her in months. Why's that? The guy she married is a jerk. So you're avoiding her because of him. Pretty much. You could arrange to have a girls' dinner or something. I've tried to set something up like that. But it hasn't happened, and it's on her. Oh, it feels. If she's avoiding you, don't blame yourself. Marriage is a tricky thing. You can't always see what's going on from the outside. I know, but it's hard not to. I think you should give her a call sometime. Now that I know you still know how to use a phone, who knows? Maybe she'll come back around. She's bound to start missing some of her friends. I hope so. I do too, and between Hannah, Jesse, and the boys, I can understand why you feel was abandoned. The right word? It works. I'm sorry, Kelly. I wish you didn't feel that way. I don't even know how it got this far. What do you mean? I didn't even notice it happening. It was just like I just woke up one day and everything was different. Why didn't you try to stop it? Nothing to be done. Felt inevitable. I felt stuck, telling the same story over and over. Everyone else had to move on with their lives, but not me. The whole time, you never once stopped to call home. Wasn't that simple? And the whole time, you never once stopped to call home. Wasn't that simple? Okay. Is this really the conversation that you wish you would have had with me? You took over the conversation. What am I supposed to do? How could I have done that? Question after question. We have to go through this every time. I don't know what you mean. You're the one who asked for all this. You're trying to act like I'm in the wrong. Well? Oh, please. You're just ashamed to say that you wanted this to happen. You wanted your problems to feel important. What? You knew that I was having a hard time. That all of us were. And instead of acting like you cared about all the things we were going through, you decided to bitch and moan about all your stupid problems instead. Stop. Please. Your dad nearly died. Weeks went by when I didn't have anyone to talk to. Ben tried to help, but he didn't understand how. I didn't. Did it ever occur to you that maybe I needed someone to talk to? Mom, please, I didn't. I didn't raise you to be so selfish or ungrateful. And the whole time, you're throwing your future away because you're sad? What the hell is wrong with you? There was your dad and I worked to give you every opportunity we didn't have. I never had the chance to go to college, but you turn around and end up back where we were interviewing for your dad's old job because what? Just couldn't handle it? We just go back to how we were talking before? Why? This is what you're really thinking deep down, buried beneath all the other garbage you're holding on to. Please. Just tell me why you didn't call. Admit it, you were selfish, self-absorbed. You didn't care. It's not true. And why didn't you call? Why? So I could list the ways I was a disappointment? Or to hear all the other ways that your lives were falling apart? And how there was nothing that I could do to help? Or to remind myself that I was completely on my own? I was terrified. You and Dad were always there for me. Then everything changed. I wanted to prove I could make it on my own. That you didn't need to worry about me. But I failed. I failed. I was terrified to ask for help. Because for the first time in my life, I didn't feel like you had any help to give. Just say something. Please. You're done? I'm done. Why are you torturing yourself? Because I could have done better. We all could have. Makes you think you should carry all of the blame. Could have just called. Think a single phone call would have made everything different. Could have helped. Sure. But you didn't. And there's no changing it now. We managed. We kept going. So stop playing the martyr. Finish our conversation. Okay. It's the one part you're always get exactly right, you know. What part? You can always talk to me, Kelly. I hate that you feel like you're out there by yourself. There's a lot going on here. I know, but I always have time for you. I don't want to burden you. Not a burden. I am on the verge of ending this game myself. I'm sorry I haven't called. They're fun. You never played 2? It's okay. I'm not mad. My bus is here. You should get on this one. You've been standing out in the cold long enough. But I haven't even asked about Dad. He's doing fine. He's healing. Starting to get around on his crutches. Been a slow process, but he's getting there. Or how Ben is doing in school. Ben? He's definitely having problems. But that isn't anything new. Nothing that your dad and I can't handle. We'll figure it out. If there's anything I can do. Stop it, Kelly. Get on that damn bus. Okay. I love you, Kelly. Love you too. Kelly, until next time. Bye. Jesus. Hang up. The bus is 404, error not found. Holy crap. For what it is, it's not a bad game. I would recommend it. It's I got it for free, but I think it's fucking cheap as shit. Wow. I'm glad she got on. I wonder if I could have made that gone on longer. Like if I could have made the conversation go longer. All right. Well, this leaves me a good spot to download the stream tonight. $4.99 on Steam, $9.99 on PlayStation Network. Definitely get it on Steam if you're gonna play it. We're gonna raid over to X Mama Ross X, another Swamp Squad stream team member. She is playing Undertale. So give her some love, give her a follow, and pay attention to my YouTube because eventually I'm gonna edit this down, and I'll have that be a thing. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but that's why you're getting on the goddamn plane. Mwah!
You all did equally well. Just kidding. Let's look at the scores.
Except for you. You are doing the worst. Oh, that's me. Shit.
The biggest number is the best, if you ask me.